Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we are on the test server as I was testing some stuff out, because if you watched my video yesterday, I was talking about the fusion, okay? Actually, let me just bring it up to make it easier to talk about, because, you know, why not? So I was talking about the fusion yesterday, about Bamboo's 4-leaf, and I was saying how, you know, we can do stuff to try and make it be as efficient as possible, in a sense of like this one, having Dragon and Champion training going on at the same time. This has happened quite a lot in the past, and you know what, usually people might not want to go and farm only Dragon. They might want to try and be efficient, or as an example, people might want to skip this fusion, okay? But if you have ways of actually doing it in such a way where you're saving resources, why not do that? Well, what I mean by this in this situation is there's plenty of teams that do Dragon and you know, solo it with champions like Eurogrim, like Venomage, Tombhlord, Battle Khazar, tons of champions that can do it, but most of them can only do it on stage, you know, on normal stages. And then there's the argument of people saying, you know what, it's not really worth it because you're losing out on the mythical drop rates. Well, there's actually a way, because, you know, we get so many more stats, we got the Ascension, we get the other Great Hall, and we can actually try and farm stage hard of Dragon with food. And I managed to do that today with, you know, somebody that's not a free-to-play champion. I'm not gonna even attempt to say that, but I can farm stage 8 with Teodor and 4 food champions, okay? So the reason why I specifically chose this stage is because Theodore is strong affinity, okay? He's strong affinity against this stage, which means that you will not get crit, plus you will get lots of weak hits, so you should be surviving most of the time. I'm not gonna say that this is 100% consistent, because I don't think there's any runs out there, or most of them are not 100% consistent. There's always that 3% chance to fail if you get too many debuffs, if you get, you know, so some stuff happening that, you know, is some bad RNG that you can fail. But for what I tested, I can call this pretty easily, like, I don't know, 95%, 97% consistent. And I'm honestly, I guess I'm surprised in a way, but at the same time I'm not, because I've not played with Theodore doing solo stuff too much. I got him pretty late on my account, and I straight up put him in my endgame teams, like stage 20 is doing some crazy stuff. I'm using him in my Ice Golem team, I'm using him in my endgame Dragon team, where I'm doing speed farm for under a minute. So I never actually thought about, you know what, let me try and see if he can solo. So for this one specifically, he is built exactly for this stage, okay? It's not an easy build, and he has the exact, you know, he has the almost perfect amount of accuracy, resistance, and speed in order to do this on solo. If you're trying to still use him in the same build for going higher to stages like to stages 10, it's not going to work, because, you know, I had to adapt it a bit. In order for him to work for stages 10, you're gonna need higher speed. Like right now on this stage, if I'm not mistaken, we the boss has 200 and I'm just gonna check the stats as soon as this one finishes. Boom, there you go. It's pretty fast as well, like under 2 minutes. But if you want to see what stats they have, just go on hellhades.com, go over here, and then there is the raid stages tool, okay? You can go and select dungeons, select Dragon's Lair, and then I clicked stage 8 hard. So basically what I'm looking at here is I need to have around 315 accuracy, and I need to have at least 405 resistance. This is what I need for the boss to try and resist the boss's debuffs, apart from the stun, which you cannot resist. And then this is the accuracy I need to land the debuff. So that's what I looked for. And then I tried to pump out a lot of speed, but at the same time survivability, so I can survive the waves. So this is what you need to look at. And basically, if this does not work for you, just push it back a bit, okay? So as an example, before I rebuild my Theodore, and what I'm going to show you for stage 8, I used him in the same build that I have on my main account, which is built for speed farming stages 10 to solo stage 4, okay? So if it does not work, just push a little bit back. You still get mythical gear from stage 1 forward, you still get mythical gear, so, you know, just go a little bit backwards and it should still work. Let's run it again to see how it works, because it's pretty fun to see. You know, it's stage 8, you know, it's not 10, but still, stage 8 is not that far off from stage 10. I think you have 1% less chance of getting mythical, because if I'm not mistaken, every stage you go up, the chance of dropping mythical gear goes up by 0.5%. So, you know, being at stage 8, if you do want to do this to save resources for fusions, especially like I said, this one that we have for the panda, okay, which I obviously closed, but if you're trying to save resources like I will be trying to do, because I'm not that impressed with it, but I still want to try and do it, I'm just going to be doing this on my main account. I'm not going to go to stage 8 because I'm not going to rebuild him. I'm just going to use him on stage 4, get some food in there, farm my dragon tournament, farm my champion training tournament, and you know what, I'm going to be able to do that fusion without blasting too many of my resources. So yeah, obviously this type of build can work with other champions that are good for solos. However, the stats might be a little bit higher. Like Theodore is pretty unique with his kit because he also brings for the wave specifically decreased speed, he brings increased speed for himself, he brings lots of poison, so he's obviously, if I'm not mistaken, he's the best one at soloing. You know, I have not tested solo stuff in a while, but Theodore is definitely the best one. However, if you have somebody else that can do it, just do on the early stages. You know, if you don't want to lose out on mythical gear and you don't want to do normal stages, just try stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. You know, for example, maybe, I don't know, you have a Tomb Lord, try with Tomb Lord on stage 4. It might still work, okay? It's all about testing stuff out. I might even do that myself. I might even try to see if I rebuild my Tomb Lord, can I make him farm stage 4? It might be a bit trickier because Tomb Lord is hard to get to be tanky, you know, because he has not the best stats. But let's have a look at how I have my Theodore built. So FEB regeneration plus immortal, obviously, because that's how we usually have him. And I run him at 283 speed, 70k HP, 4k defense, 408 resist, so you know I'm just there. And then I only have 269 accuracy, okay? So this is not 315. However, keep in mind that Theodore brings an ally accuracy in all battles, which means if you need 315, you can build him with 365 accuracy, plus this one is gonna give you the accuracy that you need in order to land your debuffs. Then when it comes to the masteries, I obviously went down the support tree. You want to grab the more accuracy from here. You want to get charge focus. You want to get arcane celerity because you're going to land a ton of debuffs. So every time they expire, you have a chance to get third meter. You can also use rapid response like I did because you know what? You put your increased speed, you might get a bit of third meter as there's nothing else I can catch. Maybe I can try and move from here and then get this one to get a little bit more heal from the sets. So that might help. Then I took Cycle of Magic, because again, this one's not going to help me. Cycle of Magic for a chance to reset the cooldown. Lord of Steel for a little bit more HP from the Immortal. I took Spirit Haste because obviously your food is going to die and you're going to get yourself more speed by that happening. And also Master Hexer. You want to extend those poison and poison sensitivities as much as possible. And for tier 6, Oppressor is the best one because you're going to pump out a ton of debuffs. So the more debuffs you have, the faster you will recharge your turn meter, and that's what makes it work so well. Then when it comes down to the other one, I went to support tree, grab a bit more resist. You want to get rejuvenation, okay? Then honestly, you can even try to do, like, if you see that you're not surviving, just ignore rapid response, okay? Just grab only one over here, ignore exalting death, just get this one, and you can grab yourself blast proof as well to get 5% less damage from the boss's AoE. This could be the difference between you beating it or not. But you definitely want Resurgent. This one's a thing that can help you quite a ton because if you do have some bad RNG on the boss side, okay, when the boss does his smack where he inhales and you don't do enough damage to clear the purple bar, if he stuns you, he does damage based off of your max HP. I think he does like 10, 25, 50, 75, or like 25, 50, 75. He keeps going up, he keeps scaling that damage. So having this one, it actually gives you a chance to not be stunned or get the stun but cleanse it because you're gonna lose more than 25% of your HP. So if you cleanse it, you can come back to land more poisons, activate those poisons, to, you know, do all the good stuff. So Resurgence is 100% a must. Delay Death, again, it's a must because you're gonna get more tankiness during that fight. And then the last one, honestly, doesn't really matter. I just went with Retribution because, you know, he gets a small other attack maybe on the boss part. But anyway, I guess this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I know, again, it's not a free-to-play build, but I just had fun with this. I noticed that my Theodore can do it, and I said, you know what? The fusion's going on. We have champion training and dragon going on, and why not make a video on it? Why not share it with the people so that I can give people ideas of saving energy during this fusion? But yeah, thank you all for watching. As always, guys, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.